Hello everybody, John here with Performance Plus Tennis. In today's lesson we're going to talk about and work on pronation. And for those of you who've been watching my channel for a while, you know I'm a big proponent of pronation. I've been talking about it and doing drills and lessons on it for years now. And what I've decided to do in this lesson today is give you a compilation of all the different drills and exercises that I have developed myself, some of which I've done myself and others I've obviously learned from other coaches, and give you a library, a resource where you can actually work on the pronation skills to improve your serve performance. And before we get started on the drills, let's just clarify exactly what pronation is very quickly. Pronation is the action where the racket is pursuing the ball on edge and then the racket squares up to the ball because of the rotation of your arm through the shoulder. And it's called long axis rotation or pronation through the shoulder. And that's what we want to achieve on our serve. And the drills are going to help you do that today. First drill, really simple. Make sure that you have a continental grip. We're going to use a continental grip for every pronation exercise and drill and movement in tennis. Continental grip, I've got a straight line from the shoulder to the tip of the racket. All we're going to do here is just turn the racket to the front of us. So I'm right-handed, my racket face is going to be in front of my left hip. I've literally pronated to get my strings in this position, and now I'm just going to bounce the ball down. So now you've just created a pronation. See that? You can do it just one time and then catch. Just a simple idea of rotating from the shoulder to get that racket to turn from the edge to the ball. Next up, I'm going to put the ball down on the ground, and we see a lot of high-performance players pick the ball up like this. What I want you to do is have the continental grip again. Once again, continental grip. We're going to go down to the ball, and we're going to pursue the ball on edge, but as we come down to the ball, we're going to make that same turn from the shoulder, and the strings are going to square up on the ball, and then we're going to pick the ball up. Now, a lot of people struggle with this, and one of the things that you have to understand is you can't have a lot of tension when you're doing this, and you cannot use your wrist. You're actually going to rotate down and just come down with the weight of your arm from your shoulder. Turn it and let it come down. And the softer you are in the hand, the better you're going to be, because what you want to do is compress the ball and then actually have the ball almost bounce your racket off the ball and then have it go down and touch the ball a second time. So I'm on edge, coming down, touch it, stand up, it'll come right up to you. So that's a really good one that'll help you not only just feel more like a professional quality player picking up the ball, but it gives you the skill of actually pronating and contacting the ball. The next drill that I love, that I actually feel like I think I've created myself, is the palm-to-palm exercise sequencing, where I take the left hand and put it up nice and high. I put the palm of my playing hand so it's facing my ear, and I go right at that hand like it's a karate chop, but then I turn it, and it literally slaps through, and the palm faces out to the right. That is where my arm's getting extended, and that's where that pronation is going to happen. That's the first stage. The next stage is I'm going to point the elbow to the back, right at the camera. Now my palm is facing the side fence. And now when I make my move, I'm going to rotate around and lead in with the elbow. The palm is going to end up facing my ear for a fraction of a second before it attacks the other hand and then rotates, and then it's out to the side again. So it's palm side, palm ear, palm forward, palm side. Palm side here, or towards the camera, towards the ear, to the hand, to the side. Here we go. And that is the action you're actually trying to get into your motion. I'll do it right here with the ball. And there's my throwing motion with pronation inside of it. Okay? Next one, simple. I'm going to put my playing arm up so my thumb is facing the back. It can actually face down if I come down here. I'm going to come up to the extension. As I come up to the extension, I'm going to rotate, and my thumb is now going to face forward to the net. So I'm getting 180 degrees of rotation in my arm through my shoulder, right? There. You can just keep doing that like that. And that's going to help activate that movement that you want inside your swing. Next up, you can use the fence to do a couple of movements that will really help develop that skill as well. The first one, you're really alongside the fence here. Your racket's going to be coming up on edge, and as you come up to the top, it's going to turn over. So literally, it's going to turn 180 degrees up and over. Just a little bit of a concept there. This really doesn't put you in the ideal position with your body to make contact, but it does give you the feeling of getting that pronation in there. The next one on the fence that I think is great. I love this one because it really helps you also develop the power to contact. And that is where you're gonna touch the fence and then square up on the fence. So it makes a little bit of noise, but it's good. All right, so we're here. I get in my trophy position. I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna crack that fence. Like I'm trying to put my racket through the fence, literally. And then the next time I'm coming up, I square up. So I'm edge, edge, square. edge, edge, square. And just doing that exercise is going to help you not only get the rotation and the contact, but it's also going to build your speed. You really start to feel like you're in a position where you can really deliver that edge of the racket to the ball. And you know, along the same lines, we call this the nickname called a hammer grip, because it should feel like this. You know, you're hitting. This is a nail. This is the head of the hammer. You feel like you're going to hit it here, so you're generating a lot of power right in that movement, and then you're just transmitting that power into the rotation, and there is your acceleration onto the ball. So a couple of really good things are learned in this drill, where you're actually attacking that fence and then turning into it. So next up, you're going to step back away from the fence, from this attacking the fence. You're going to step back, but you're going to imagine you're bringing the fence with you. So you're still going to accelerate up to the top. So I'm backing away from it here. I'm going to accelerate up to the top, and I'm going to make sure that the tip of my racket gets to the fence. See that? So it goes here, I accelerate through it, and there my tip is getting right on the fence, and then just bring it down this way. And that gives you the feeling of how that racket head accelerates past the hand, up and over the hand and past the hand. And that really can only be achieved when you have that active pronation in your swing. So next up, now that we've done the palm-to-palm exercise and the rotational exercise, we're actually going to use the ball. We're going to throw the ball and try to actually implement that same movement pattern. So I'm going to get into a position similar to serving, where I'm kind of in a trophy position here. I've got my palm facing the side fence. I've got my left hand high. I'm going to be pulling that left hand away. The palm's going to be facing my ear. It's going to go up and face the target, and then it's going to face off to the right. So here we go, ready? There it is, and we want to get that action in there. And what's interesting about this is that it's very comfortable for me to stall here, because all of my energy of my swing is going up and out. And when it gets to the point of no return, it feels like it just wants to like snap into place. It stalls there. The ball's already gone. If I were serving, it's already history. So then I'm just letting the racket relax and float back to me because I need to get ready to play the point. But the reality is that the ball is already gone when I get here, and then I just bring it on down. But that throwing action, once you've got the palm to palm going and you've got this rotation in your shoulder going through here, that throwing action is really going to help you develop your pronation. Another exercise you can do, although it's not my favorite, but I think some of you will probably be asking about it because we see a lot of coaches do this, is the spiking drill, where you're literally putting the ball out in front and you're coming down on it, and then you're pronating and you're spiking the ball down and away. So you're spiking it down and away. I like this because it does activate the pronation. The problem with it is it starts to train you to think you're going to hit down on the ball. But obviously when you're serving, you're not going to be hitting down on a ball. You're actually going to be swinging up into the ball. So be careful if you're doing that exercise. I would do it minimally just to get the action there, and I would move on to some of the other exercises I think are more productive and lend themselves more to the actual movement and motion you're looking for on your serve. Now, after you've done a lot of these drills and exercises, you start to get the feel of what the pronation is. You can start to do some exercises and drills with your racket in hand. And one that really simplifies things is you can just choke up on your racket just to make it really easy to get the racket head control. And you can just try to come up and hit the ball on the edge, which to me, I find that to be pretty difficult to do. But I'm going to put the ball up in the air, and I'm going to try to hit it on the edge, just catch it there. That actually was pretty square for me. And then if you can just do that, oh, there you go. That's more like what I usually do, and it's probably going to happen. Coming up on edge. And then next, just simply come up and just try to turn your strings into the ball. So I'm doing the same thing, choked up, continental grip. I'm going to come up and just square my strings up on the ball. Okay, and stop at contact. Stop at contact. Next up, I'm going to go past contact and just let it turn over. So I'm here. I'm going to just turn it over. Here we go. Get that ball in a little bit better location. Turn it over, and there she is. And you can just do this where you come up and you rotate through the shoulder and let it turn over and get to that spot, and then you can just let it come down nice and easy. And that's going to help you quite a bit. There we go. Pretty good serve for choked up, actually, but that's because I've got the action going through the shoulder. So you can do that one as well, okay? And that's going to help you get the feel of it. And then once you get the feel of that, you can go down to the full grip at the bottom of the handle, full length, and then try to do the exact same thing. Get the ball up there, turn it over, and let that action happen. Now, everyone is different, and I know that at this stage, I have less mobility through here than I used to have. I can see that from images from when I was younger. I can see it from videos. I can feel it. So not everyone's going to get this 180 degrees of rotation. The idea is to get what is comfortable for you, that you can achieve to get the best performance you can. But we're all at different stages. So don't feel that you have to do exactly what we see the pros doing, because it's just, that may or may not be realistic for you. It's not realistic for me at this stage in my tennis as well. But work on getting that action in there, and then eventually you'll start to get more mobile in the ways you need to by doing the movement, and you're actually going to get more performance from that movement. And for those of you who want to have a little fun working on your pronation and also learn a trick shot at the same time, you can use pronation. You have to use pronation to hit a tweener. So when you're going to hit a tweener, your racket's going to be coming down on edge, and then as you get to the ball, you're going to rotate through the shoulder to square the strings up on the ball. And you can actually practice this by yourself. You can go here and play it. See that? And I have to pronate. Again, come in on edge, pronate. Now be careful, because whatever power you deliver here, you have to hold that power in your shoulder and not obviously release the racket for obvious reasons. So don't get hurt, but have a little fun. But that's just another pronation exercise that may also help you in your lob retrieving skills. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I hope that these pronation exercises will help you develop a great serve motion that'll optimize your serving performance. Please give us a like, subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. Leave your comments down below. I'll definitely reply to your comments. If you have questions or ideas, I can also address those in future videos. Thank you again for watching today's video, and we'll see you in the next lesson.